Do everything as you do it for Yah. That's the way the scriptures go. And that's how you're supposed to live. No doubt. I think that we failed in one another because we forgot that that was the main premise of the text. Love one another, for this is how they should know that you are of me, for the love that you have for each other, is what Yahushua said to them before they left. Isaiah said, he shall know the good, have knowledge of good and evil, and choose the good. You know, the sum of the Torah is to love thy neighbor as thyself. Their neighbor is their family. When you ask who's thy neighbor, that's your family. Their next door neighbor were kinsmen, they were tribesmen, they were clansmen. That's their blood. So you have to give equally to them as if you were doing to that which was in your physical house. Man, the thing is that the next thing that people don't realize is that this kingdom has always been about adoption. It's not been anything less than that. You adopt the elderly of your clan, of your people. You adopt the orphan. You go out and you pay to adopt others. And you discipline them as if you were disciplining your own child. And the text clearly states, if your child's too wicked, kill them. So, if you were willing to do something like that to your child, then really you can't judge what the adopted went through as well, because the adopted went through the same things equally. Solomon said the adopted can surpass the true born by the righteousness and love in their hearts. When Joseph went to Egypt and became a Negus, he surpassed the bloodborn of that Pharaoh or that king. You know? So be careful what you think that our text is about, because bottom line, it's about love and family. It's about taking care of one another. And do everything as you do it for Yah means that you can't shortchange things because it's a job. When we were taken away from home and we were prisoners of war, we had to act accordingly so that our numbers could stay up, so that we can have better privileges, and so that we can be able to worship the way we want to worship. It's another thing to think about. Be wise as snakes and harmful as doves. You know, it's a wisdom in this. Keeping peace whenever possible. All these things are the stuff that the scriptures say. You gotta be careful not to be a half-ass because you feel like you're getting a poor deal or you're not getting what you deserve to get. Whatever you've got going on in your physical house is your business. But when you're out on the street, when you're out on the road, you're an ambassador. You're a representation of that which is Yah is about. So you can't be a hateful person. Talk about you're going to kill a group of people, because that is not what the scriptures say. That's not what the text says. The only time anybody is permitted to die is during wartime. And that means that's the last stretch. You have no other choice. It's a final option. But love those who also say that they keep the text to the best of their understanding and knowledge. You got to. It's mandated. It doesn't matter how strong their knowledge is, you love them at a distance then. You know, so I think it is in our best interest for us to be more understanding that love is a lifestyle. It's not a religion. It's a culture. These people procure things for the sake of love, of taking care of one another. It just so happens that that love that they had in their heart. Oh, you hear that song? I'm just kidding. It just so happens that that love that they had and that dedication that they had helped them to gain. What have you gained in your anger and in your selfish desires and your terrible emotions? You gotta ask yourself that. Where we claim that we believe something, do we really believe it? Is it a lifestyle? Because James said, you show me your faith and I show you my works. Because he knew beyond a shadow of doubt that was a life application thing. Tomorrow's not promised. How are you going to be known? The careful thing to realize is this ain't no Greek thing where we talk about Elysian fields and Hades and all that other beautiful stuff that they think is righteous and what they talk about. I mean, we have to answer. He which sits on the throne and he which is on the cloud shall come. What you gonna do? Prince Michael, Prince Gabriel, all those 12 that man the temple walls, that are protectors of each house, each tribe of Yisrael. You're not going to get past them. The same way that the fiery gates block Eden, don't think that you're going to get in unless you clear the checkpoint with proper credentials. And that proper credentials is the lifestyle you live. You know? Stephen lived that light, that lifestyle. Moses tried to live that lifestyle. Unfortunately, it was a little bit difficult for him to operate in his flesh. And the simplest things can be called out as wrong, as out of order, as error, as unrighteous, as disobedient. So you don't ever want to be in a position where you're in contention with Yahuwah. The smallest thing can cause your relationship to change. And I can't say it's for the negative or for the positive, but you don't want them to say come home because of the fact that you thought you were going to do something your way after he told you to do something verbatim. It's happened several times. That happened to Moses. That happened to the prophet sent to Jeroboam. That almost happened to Nathan when he was sent to David. He told him to go build a temple. I mean, we have to realize that it's not our way, it's Yah's way. You know, he said, I set a path for you. I make things straight. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Trust in our master. Trust in the leader. Trust in Adonai. Trust in our Allahai, our Allah. Trust in him with all our heart and lead not into our own understanding. Acknowledge him in all our ways, and he shall make our path straight. He shall direct us. We gotta do everything for Yah the best that we can. And I mean, there's really not much more I can say on the issue, but do everything as if you were doing it for Yah.